And here I'm so very, very honored and happy that Mr. Jamal is here with us today. And he asked me to call him Jamal. And I wanted to emphasize that name because somehow in my mind I was thinking he's so charming and he's just such great style last week when I saw him. And I thought he's a son of a foreign born, or he himself is a foreign born. And he told me today he's not. So I'm like, whoops, I better show more respect, more because I am myself foreign born. My children are children of foreign born. So we sort of culturally always felt connected. So it's very nice. Jamal, you wanted me to call you Jamal. So give me your full name and explain to me your heritage because your parents have a sort of Arabic, Islamic, Muslim name.
My name is Jamar Rahming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually from Denver, Colorado,
Uh-huh.
and part of my family are from the South, and they migrated to great migration cities for economic opportunities. And then I have roots on the East Coast. I had family members that escaped slavery, and they were whalers in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And what made you love to read? And I don't know if you know, and I forgot to introduce him as I should. He is the head of the Cuyahoga County Public Library. We have two huge libraries in Cleveland, Ohio. One is the other one, and one is my Mr. Jamal. So explain to me what's the difference between the two systems, what's your funding, what's your budget, and what do you plan to do?
Well, the county library system, we serve 47 different communities. So our work is a bit more challenging because the needs of constituents are changing, rapidly, faster than we can keep up with. And so figuring out how to engage our constituents in a robust manner is at the forefront of what we do, and we want all of our locations to be the intellectual, social, and recreational hubs of the community.
This is awesome. And tell me, you just reminded me, you only moved to Cleveland 3 weeks ago. I mean, how did you meet all these people? How did you get invited to all these events already? I saw your name everywhere. So do you have a PR team?
Well, I have a stellar PR department, and I think just the nature of being a good leader is being connected to the community. You have to be, in order for me to do my job well, and to be an ambassador for the library system and a good steward of taxpayer dollars, I need to be a part of the community, and I need to be engaged as much as possible.
That's very good.
Because
what's your highest level education, and what made someone like you, who you can get 10 jobs like in 1 second, decide to move to Cleveland?
Well, I have a master's degree in library and information science, and I came to Ohio. I've been in the library industry for over 20 years. And so I came to Cleveland because Cleveland has some of the best library systems in the nation. And so the fact that I wanted to be in a place to where libraries were a part of the value systems and the fabric of all the communities, and so it makes it, with that kind of foundation, it makes it right for innovative leaders like me to come and build.
Good. And what's your fundraising goals? What's your goals on increasing the library? Because I have I borrow a lot, overdrive from, is that your library system or the, but oh my gosh, your books are always out, and I'm thinking, I need to tell Jamal, I want to read this book, yeah.
We're very generously supported, by the taxpayers. We have $100 million, budget. But we have 27 libraries.
This guy runs $100 million. Oh my gosh, with all the hiring and all the funding.
We have 900 employees. And so,
you're so humble. Oh my gosh. Wow.
And
how old are you?
Me?
Oh, I'm just asking. Yeah, 20
I'm
years.
45.
Oh, that's awesome. 20 years in
Yeah.
the library. I'm sorry, I'm just excited about, Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
So tell me about the library, the 100 million. How did you get 100 million? That was a lot of money.
Well, we have, the taxpayers in 2020, they passed a millage. We get a percentage of property taxes, and so it probably equates to maybe $45 a year per person, per household. And so you figure you check out 2 books and you have average book is $30.
Now there's no fine. I used to pay a dime and then 5 cents. Now there's no fine, but I said, oh, that's very nice.
It's $100 million budget. But there's a state push to eradicate property taxes and to remove those of us that have permanent mill levies. And so if those things gain any traction, that could really present a colossal threat to our future sustainability. So we hope that those things don't gain any traction.
And I remember years and years ago when we used to go to the library, there's no computer, but now, so how do you push kids to actually read a paper book versus a digital book?
Well, first thing, we have innovation centers in our libraries, and there's at one of our locations in Warrensville, there's a fiber optics center and the innovation center, and a young lady went there and designed her prom dress. And she started a small business out of the library. She designed and sold prom dresses. So the libraries are enhancing the economic vitality of our communities, and we're also a place where we are nurturing young entrepreneurial spirits. But to answer your question, I mean, we have story time at all of our locations. We're building a new library in Parma Heights, and it's going to have an early childhood center. So we're hoping to grab a hold of kids as soon as they're born, so that literacy there'll be a foundation of literacy, because in Cleveland, majority of our kids are not reading by grade level. Right. And so if we do not derail that epidemic, we're going to have a generation of functionally illiterate people. And the average American adult reads at a 6th grade reading level. And so, so you can trace a lot of the political polarization to misinformation and functional illiteracy. And so that's a problem that I'm hoping that the library system, with literacy being our brand, that we can solve, or it's going to have a pernicious impact on the future of our young people, because kids that don't read by grade level, especially kids of color, are more vulnerable to the penal system and ending up on welfare. So.
Right. Another group that I've met just a few months ago is the group that's helping Dolly Parton distribute the book a month. And it's an amazing actually, I put my grandchildren's name on that list. So do you collaborate with people like that?
Yes. Well, my previous library system, I mean, Dolly Parton came and visited our library and met our community. And Dolly Parton is such a gem, because there is nobody that dislikes Dolly Parton. There are two people that nobody ever disliked: Dolly Parton and Betty White.
Betty White, yes. Oh
but that's such a. I mean, it's something that she has. She's a philanthropist, and she's put her money where her mouth is, and her program has done wonders for kids, because you'd be surprised at how many kids have never owned or never had a book in their household. And so it's taking kids in really vulnerable area, and especially kids who are in the digital arena. It is a big deal for them to get something in the mail. And these kids have never gotten a package or anything in the mail, and for a book to be specially delivered to them each month, again, that's just creating a culture to where literacy and reading is a part of your value system, and a part of your home.
That's awesome. Yeah. And let me ask you this, and I've always wondered, now that people like us, I love to read, and I heard you just told me Malcolm Gladwell's here.
Yes.
So what other authors are they coming, and we would like to introduce all these authors to our listeners?
Well, we have, I don't remember all the authors by name, but we're having an author series this fall, and we do this every year, and we get New York Times bestselling authors. We get about 5 or 6 of them. And we sell tickets, so it's a fundraiser for our library foundation. So if you go to our library website, it'll be on the homepage for you to see what we're going to offer. But Michael, Gladwell is the biggest name, so he'll be headlining the series for us. And so go to our homepage, and all the authors will be there, and there'll be links to purchase tickets and support our library foundation, who provides hundreds of thousands of dollars so that we can provide, additional programming for our constituents.
Nice, because until that few weeks ago, that encounter with the group, I didn't know that, there are people like the Dolly. I mean, I know she's a
Yeah.
philanthropist, but I didn't know people like her would come out. If I were to, and I'm thinking at my age, I'm 75, what could we do, or can you tell us if you were an advisor for people, for philanthropists, or for people who loves to read, what could we contribute? Like we contributed to the Ernestine Wolf Award, we contribute to Cleveland Foundation to help bring these on. What else could we do to help children?
The Cuyahoga County Library Foundation, get involved and support us, because the Cuyahoga County Library Foundation supplements our budget and makes provision for us to bring in additional New York Times best-selling authors for children, and gives us more resources to connect, to make community connections with our kids. Yeah.
And also, it doesn't matter how we talk about segregation, non-segregation, especially for us, the Asian people, a lot of us, we don't necessarily, even me at the age of 75, our best friends are still Chinese, I mean, you go to a wedding, it's all the Chinese, maybe one or two Koreans, one or two Japanese. So people in different cultures, when it comes to funerals, weddings, lunches, dinners, we still, how do you recommend, as someone who have a foreign name like Barack Obama, these are all like Subo Chandra, named Subo, so how do you recommend people like us to really maybe get to know their children, the other culture, by maybe reading to them or by doing something, or busy people?
I would say start attending library programs and library events, because libraries are the chief community connectors in every community, because we're a place. We're a citadel of democracy. We're a place for everybody. We're a place where, when you go into a public library, you're going to see all socioeconomic classes, all races, all genders. And so I'd say get involved with your local public library and start attending library programs. And the library has an offering. Has something of interest for everybody.
Good. So how do we get that information? Because there's some places like the City Club, because we're a member, we get a lot.
I would say we're in a social media world. So I would suggest in every person, even people 75, at least for the older people, Facebook has become the social media platform for the.
I don't have social media. I don't have Facebook. Now you know how.
I mean, the younger people are.
I'm sorry, I was just teasing you.
Younger people are TikTok, Snapchat, But I would say follow
It's
your
funny
public.
to see you talk about Facebook. It's for the old people.
So
I
you
don't
need
have
to
Facebook.
get,
Now you know how old we are.
You're social and you love people. You need to get a social media page.
That's right.
Even if it's for the sake of, I know you being a busy person, you probably, when you're out of the office, you probably need to decompress and rest.
I read.
But you can get a page just so that you can follow.
That's true. I need to do that.
Get on social media and like
and it comes
and like and follow our pages, and that will give you quick information in terms of what our offerings are and what we're doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And is there anything you want to tell our audience, who a lot of us likes to read? So is there any more information you want to tell us? What's the next event, and what's your fundraising goals? Because most of our listeners, they have some money to contribute.
Yes,
I'm trying to.
Yes, we have our author series coming up, and our library foundation. I mean, we're trying to raise at least $2 million this next fiscal year. So we need as much support as possible so that we can continue to support our operating budget with innovative and creative programming, and to connect Clevelanders to the world.
And the $2 million, is that on the quiet phase? It's already out public. Your $2 million fundraiser goal.
Yeah, that's just a goal that we've kind of set internally to support our programming efforts.
But your programming and your personnel and your funding already is covered. It's not like you're running a deficit or something.
No, we're not running a deficit. We've been very good stewards of the resources that you all have entrusted us with. But our tax dollars are restricted and we use for operating expenses and personnel, you know. But as far as our programming, we have to fundraise, because like I said, if we invited Barack Obama to come and get a speaker's fee, we couldn't use taxpayer dollars to do that because we'd have taxpayers saying, I don't want my money going to Barack Obama, but our foundation can support it. So we need as much support for our library foundation as possible, so that we can ensure that people in Cuyahoga County have the best quality of life.
That's right.
As possible, and that Cleveland can, the Cuyahoga County, we have 27 different municipalities, 47 different communities. It's a melting pot here. And so it's a great opportunity for us to show the world, in a world that's becoming more fragmented and more polarized, that people of different races and cultures can coexist, can cohabitate, and can thrive. I mean, we thrive when we are on one accord, and that we have more similarities than differences. And that's what the library, that's what our programs do. Because what our programs do, we elevate the arts and the humanities, and what the arts and the humanities does is that it allows each of us to, you're a Chinese woman. I've never been to China. I don't know anything about, but when I read a book by a Chinese author, or when I go into an art gallery or a library program and I see a piece of Chinese art, that's utilitarian. It's given me an opportunity to step into your space and to see the world through your eyes. And when I'm able to do that, I'm more empathetic to things in your culture and in maybe your psyche that may have been oppressive or are bad. But I also have a better understanding of who you are and can appreciate you as a human being. So the the problem too is that there's been an attack on the arts and the humanities. I mean, that went away with STEM education and those such things. So there's a need. That the public library, we're standing in the gap for that, and we're elevating the arts and the humanities so that we can build bridges, and we can make sure that we are creating a community where there's social cohesiveness.
One point, maybe last point, and it's not meant to be a complaint, but one of my irks about libraries, because I love to go to the library just between maybe going to the office or going to the gym. I thought, let me stop by a library half an hour, see what new books are out and see what's available. And I like to compete. Like whenever I'm in New York, I like to go to the Brooklyn Library or Flushing, and I'll tell the library directors and say, oh, Brooklyn have this book that you don't have, because then it's like, and also because in New York they have a lot more funding, so they always have hot books on the shelf.
And they have, I think, 80 libraries.
That's right. So, but then I compare them and I say, oh, but this, especially Chinese books. I mean, in New York I can always borrow them because most people don't read Chinese, and they have a big budget for ethnic books.
Well, like I say, we have a relationship with libraries across the nation. So there's not one book that you should ever want that we will not be able to furnish. And so you have your assistant, you give them your library card, you tell them what you want, and have them order the book for you.
Oh, really?
And you can come and pick it up on your way home.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But I wonder why your hours are so restricted. I don't know if it's because of teenage safety. Like I noticed you probably don't, at least the last time I checked, you don't open on a Saturday night or Friday morning, like right before church or after church. Sometimes I like to run to a library instead of a coffee shop.
Yeah, we're open Sunday afternoons at some of our locations, but we're getting ready to begin our strategic planning process. It's time for us to create a new strategic plan, and we're going to engage the community, and that may be something that we need to.
Because we don't mind helping you fundraise and say, well, it'll cost us a month if I pay overtime to
Yes.
3 more people. That may be something I said, I'll contribute because I like to come at 90 hours,
Yeah.
But now it's like most of the library I'm close to, I live on the east side, it's like they close. I'm like,
Yeah, most of our locations don't open till 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's not bad.
9 o'clock in the morning, and they stay open to 8 o'clock at night. That's during the
That's not
week.
bad.
And then
About
Saturdays,
6.
we close early,
Mhm.
and then we only have a select few locations that are open on Sunday.
Again, my name is Margaret Wong. Please follow us, listen to us, let us know who you want to listen to, and we always will take your advice. And I want to thank you so much for giving me opportunity to interview and get to know and to talk to Mr. Jamal Rahming.
I'm delighted and honored to be here, and again, if you wish to support the Cuyahoga County Library Foundation, do visit our website. There will be information on the homepage, and it's been an honor to be here.
Thank you.
Huh?
And I love your style.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.